Who's going? Move the water really quick. Man, it takes a long time for the video to start, doesn't it, Monkey? Just hang out, relax, chill for a bit. Ah, there it goes. Okay. Hello. Welcome. Hey, everybody. Rock and roll. So, Cat System went live today, and I saw no difference in how things operate. Looks like everything still got pushed through dark pools, and there was a lot of price suppression. I mean, this week was over 500 million shares traded, and no price action. Like, starts at 21.22, finishes at 21.22. We actually finished at 23 today, which is kind of nice. Get that little push at the end. Got some of the meager call options into the money there. Why does eyelashes always fall in my eye? Can I just have a day where an eyelash isn't stabbing me right in the freaking lens? Okay, so can't hear. You guys are lying. I can see the microphone moving. Don't you say you can't lie. All right, microphone's working. Leela. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, if they're just pushing everything in the dark pools, does the cat system see the trades going on the dark pools? That's what I want to know. And if not, then ban the dark pools. Get rid of them. They're being perverted anyways for a purpose that they were never intended to be used for. So just get rid of them, man. Just get rid of them. Yeah. So, anything else, Monkey? Talk about right off the bat? I got nothing. So I will do this one. Okay. Oh, I made the list. So, scene, Chrome. Come on, Chrome. There we go. All right. So I got everybody on the list here. Copy all that. Go to the random name picker. Throw all the names in there. And I forgot about the ones that aren't actual names. Gotta delete all those. Deleting. Hundreds of names. I should play faster if I click and go up like that, right? Oh, that didn't do anything. Oh yeah, I go up like this, duh. Let's go up to where the last name is. That's the faster way of doing it. So I go Darren Saunders and below. Okay, now I delete all those. There we go. All right, so got everyone's names in here. We're doing 2 raffles for 2 50-cent wish items. And name number 1, go. Chris Taylor. Pen. Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor is winner number 1. Remove his name from the list. Okay. Who's number 2? Who's getting the weird 50-cent wish item for number 2? Wink. And Jeff Chrisman. All right, got some big donors winning today. Jeff Chrisman. Remember, I do not draw. I don't tell you what the item is until I get an address from you, a shipping address. So, for Jeff Chrisman, remove his name from the list there, just in case for some reason he's like, oh, I don't want anything. Do another drawing. got the packages here. Let's get large so you can see. Oh, God damn it. I was too excited to do the drawing. I should make a drawing video.
We have a problem.
Okay. Get intro off. Let's draw the name. There's a piece of paper here somewhere. And Chris Taylor gets item number 11. So Chris Taylor's item number 11. And take item number 11, throw that in the trash. And Jeff Chrisman is item number 13. Okay. Item number 13. And those of you who have no idea what's going on, because I didn't explain anything, we did Charity Tuesday this last Tuesday. And every dollar you donate becomes an entry for a 50-cent wish item. Some random piece of junk I got from China during COVID for 50 cents. And I've never opened. So, 11 and 13. 11 and 13. 11 and 13. Okay. 15, 14, 9, 17, 3, 5, 4, 2, 7, 16, 11, and... Do you have a number on here? Have another number? Okay. That's a lot. 15, 16, 3, 5, 4, 9, 15, 14. How do I not have a 13 in here? Is this going to be 13? This must be 13. Okay. They're small. 2 small items. Number 11, little guy. Feels like a pen. It's round, it's tube-like. Feels like maybe a pen. Now, 13 is in some sort of box. It's a little heavier. I don't know, maybe like bits for a drill or something? Like shaky sounds, as if there's like, yeah, maybe bits. Bits for a drill monkey? Huh. They're small. 2 small ones. So, Jeff Chrisman. Chris Taylor. What are they gonna be's? What's these gonna be's? There it is. Okay. All right. So, when I get addresses from you, we will open it up and find out what weird little things you got. Okay. To the chat. Leo B was first. Leo B was second. Aww. The Lows and Leos. Yogi. Turd. Yogi. Matt on the threshold list? Really? There's lots of rumors that like Honeywell or someone is trying to do a hostile takeover of MMAT, which at this point they'd get for a screaming deal. They've got hundreds and hundreds of patents, lots of marketable products. They're making money off of their nanotech printing thing that's doing like currency for nations around the world. So something's going there. Cali Bowles here. In case you haven't, goddamn you guys, you're fast. Karen Mirza. Doggy treat. Well, because he paid for it, I guess we can do a doggy treat. So, they're paying for it, monkey. That's what we'll do. Anytime you pay and ask for a doggy treat, we'll make monkey fat. How's that sound? That's a fundraiser away, right, Monkey? Kit Kat? Yeah, you fat guy. What's up? All right. Jerome, video's off. Stinky beef time, monkey. Stinky beef time. Oh, whew. Just gets more pungent every single time. Okay, let's get stinky beef over here. Want to get over here? Oh, oof. There it is. All right, Cameron Mirza getting the dog treats. Okay. Fabrizio's plopping in here. Kelly Reed, Canada's economy grew at a weaker than expected pace Q1, raising odds of June BOC cuts. Big Canada cuts. Canada's become a hotel for the world while we aren't building and our infrastructure system is failing. Canada's about to witness the biggest recession ever in history. People can't find jobs. Also, top big 6 banks put millions more aside for default as mortgage payment shock ripples through the industry. Excuse me. Yeah, Canada's going to have some comeuppance. What Canada has going for it is just an absolute crazy amount of resources, natural resources. So, like, while the banking system can collapse and housing can collapse, you still have a whole bunch of stuff you can sell to the world, and that's got to count for something. But Canada's home prices are insane. You have more land than anybody. Very few people. The prices have got to come down. They just have to. And I don't know all the solutions to that, but one of them is going to be probably limiting how much homes can be empty. Vancouver did a little bit of that. They had some success with it. I think they need to go deeper. I think you need to make the vacant home tax way more punishable than 1%. Make it like 20%. Right? So if you got a vacant home and it's vacant for more than 2 months, right? You got to get that sucker rented and someone in there or be living in it yourself. Otherwise, it's going to be punishable. Yeah. Fabrizio, I know that coordinate. You're trying to get me to do good Eye of Africa. Not going to work this time, buddy. Jape says Junestone is Moonstone. All right. Macroturf. Okay, well, gas system. Hit Jimmy. Crimers be criming. So now that's something. So now what? Something more apocalyptic? Like an asteroid or something? Because this is insane. Yeah. Like, well, if they could see everything in the gas system, right? And maybe all the market makers and hedge funds are firing everything through these dark pools, and the gas system can see it all. And when, I guess if also, if and when somebody at the SEC like opens it up and looks at it and goes, oh, these guys are manipulating markets. We can see it. Will they tell them to knock it off or pretend that it isn't happening? Like, having these tools are only as good as the tool user. If nobody in government does anything about this, then what? Right? Like, what then? Then nothing changes, and there's no point in even having this tool. Jay Geyser, Awry Cat Strut. XXX, hello. What MMTOP possible outcome and how soon? Thanks. No idea how soon. Possible outcome is lawsuits against manipulators, getting cash, taking that cash, sending it to shareholders. Having some sort of settlement with the government or FINRA for another couple days of trading. Having some sort of compromised settlement for cash for shares. Having some sort of sale of the oil leases to a larger outfit, which results in cash for shares. I have no idea how soon on any of that. We have private investors suing. We have a possible relay of information from TradeStation to NextBridge itself, because they were supposed to be hearing today. They got canceled because of who knows why. But yeah, the timeline, not a clue. I would love to hear from Rosa, but I think that girl's just too busy at the moment to do anything other than like what's on her plate at that moment. So I've not had any updates as to her lawsuit or anything like that. So here we sit. And on that, we definitely twiddle thumbs. Wichita Sky Spy. What exactly are they doing on dark pools that they need to hide? Exactly. Like, the only reason they'd be using dark pools at all is for illegitimate reasons. Because they want to take buy pressure out of the lit exchanges to manipulate the price down. Because if they had to do 500 million shares of trading through the lit exchanges, the price would be at $1,000 today. The only reason those dark pools are being used is to remove the demand from the supply so that we never see the price action on it. That's it. That's the only reason. Yeah. Like some productions, you hate cheap calls. The implied volatility's gone way down. Calls have gotten very cheap. So load up if you got the money. Danny Motes, Houston, happy birthday. Oops, crap, just reset. So I just got the Danny Motes. Happy birthday, where are you? There we go. Why don't Big Ben's funds that are long or know what's going on with GME just put a bunch of buy pressure on a lit exchange and get this thing popping? Big Ben's funds? Big Ben's funds? I don't know what Big Ben's funds is. Are you talking about big hedge funds? Is that what you're trying to say? Big hedge funds? Oh, yeah, there it is. Correction, hedge. Okay, big hedge funds. Because I don't think there are any hedge funds in existence that aren't short on this. Because all hedge funds are just a repeat of the same thing over and over and over again. They go get their treasuries, they go get their blue chips, they use their customer money to buy that stuff, and then they borrow against it to short the shit out of everything else. And that's all they do. They are not creative, they are not inventive, and if they were to try and kick this thing off, they'd be killing themselves in the process because they owe so much in liabilities that I don't think they could afford to buy anything to do this. Now, there might be a family fund out there that would, could take this on. There might be happening right now with all those calls being purchased. More of them got purchased today. Let's look at the ye old GME options chain here. Okay, let's look at that June 21st. Come on. June 21st. Yep, 144,000. So we're higher again. We went up another, what was that, 137 yesterday? So we went up another 7,000 call options. Nice. All right. So another 7,000 got purchased by someone. That whale. And the numbers higher up are looking pretty similar still. So it looks like most of the action is happening at those $20 in the monies. So, nice. There we go. What? This one's been on the entire time? What the hell? Dang it. You guys didn't tell me that both were playing. It's 2 shows in a row. Okay. No coin. Every time I get my hopes up, GME fizzles. Yeah. I keep wanting to day trade these options into something meaty, and I just can't do it. Give me that volatility back. Sean Busey. Pressure and time. Thomas Dubois. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? This is true. This is very true. We don't need no education. Llama Design Labs, you're late, Houston. I thought I got in right there. Lexington Productions, Houston. When do you think we get price action from expiring leaps and a fish wears a mattress? The expiring leaps were last week, and we got nothing. There's 87 billion in swaps. A whole bunch of swaps expired today, and then the bulk of that 87 billion expires on Monday. And if, according to the swap theory, when those things have their expirations, you get crazy volatility. So let's get that volatility. I think we were at T35 today for the Q4 earnings report, and all that action to push everything down, despite the earnings report being really good. I mean, Market Watch released an article today being like, why would anyone invest in a company that's not making a profit, that's got loads of debt? Like, what is this, 2016? Like, making a profit, no debt. Very crazy crazy shill crap that goes out there. Designs. I'm actually not upset, just disappointed. Ludwig, Vladimir Dorner. New hype date removed to June 11th, now for merger acquisition. Original GM earnings was June 5th. No, the original estimate was June 5th, yeah. I don't know if they'll announce any merger acquisitions at earnings. They usually don't do that stuff for earnings. They do it before or after. And then the shareholders meeting is 2 days later. So, Mike Forsh, 69th. Mike Forsh, 420th. Confusing. I feel like we're inching in the right direction with Jamie. I'm just waiting for one of the big players to drop a bomb or dividend or something. Yeah. Something. Francis Ray Gamboa. Will Jamie pop next week? Oh, man, I hope so. I'm counting on it with my options. I'm on thumb twiddling on that sucker. Captain Caveman. Today was an interesting day. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. Moderately interesting. You know, went kind of here, there. Ditch Digger. Welcome as a problem solver. Welcome aboard, Ditch Digger. Your name is now green. Jay Geyser. Why do your intros repeat? Can you not keep them in a separate folder? What software is it that sucks so bad? Help me help you. Well, the way it works is I've got scenes. I have like I can click on this scene and I can show like other windows and stuff. I can click on this one. Oh crap. Oh, there's an intro on this one. Oh, I didn't turn that one off. This is my Zoom one. So if I have Zoom on, it goes to a Zoom window. And there's also an intro button on that sucker. And then there's like the monkey large camera. So if I switch between any of these, it will trigger whatever media was last loaded onto that scene. And if I don't remember to turn it off and I switch windows, it triggers that thing and goes from there. Now people are like, oh, you should make an entire scene just you know, an intro, and that way you'll switch between your scene and yourself. But remember, if I do that, then I'm going to forget to switch to myself, and I'll just be talking into a black, inky blackness for a while until I realize that, oh, I never went back to myself, and I'm going to mess that up too. So yeah, that's why it happens. And then there's so many videos now that my brain doesn't see all of them and what has actually been triggered on there, like what's still on and what isn't, and I forget. It's what happens. It's a little personal challenge to try to get them all, and I fail miserably at it most of the time. Okay. $469, happy birthday, Houston. Did we get enough money in the calls for a gamma ramp next week? A little bit. I don't think enough, though. So that was today. How many did we get in the money here? We had 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 21, 24, 25, 26, 32, 33, 34, and 40. So about 4 million shares in the money today. Okay. That's all right. I mean, 4 million is what put us over at the beginning of May. We started getting some gamma. I think max pain was about $22, so we only had about 9,000 shares that were not expected by market makers, which is about 900,000 shares. Or sorry, 9,000 contracts. It's about 900,000 shares were above max pain today. That might, get a little peak somewhere, but it's nothing like if we had gotten those 30 million a couple weeks ago. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't think we'll have gamma next week. What we might have is weirdness from swaps expiring. So, 4Zzy9, happy birthday, Houston. Did we get enough? Oh, that's why I just answered that one. Duh. No dark sarcasm in the classroom, please. Brandon Wells says sup. Josh Dobbs. What spot on Earth is geologically the youngest? I mean, pick a volcano. You got volcanoes going in Iceland. You got volcanoes going in Sicily. You got volcanoes going in the Aleutians. You got volcanoes going in Indonesia. You got volcanoes going in Hawaii. You got volcanoes going in La Reunion. You got volcanoes going in the East Rift Zone, East African Rift Zone. Yeah, just pick a volcano. That's the youngest land you got. Kelly Reed, happy birthday, Houston. Are you excited for Ryan to take us to the Green Planet June 11th? Will it be June 11th? Will it be the 13th? Will it be sometime before then? I do think weird stuff's going to happen by the 21st. I just want, like, let's do it now. Come on. Chop, chop. Larry Chang on Twitter and LinkedIn today. Something brewing. Larry Chang on LinkedIn. LinkedIn. There's LinkedIn. What the? Why? LinkedIn let me in. There we go. Never signed into this thing. Okay. Let's look for Larry Chang. Whoops. Larry Chang. There's like 9 million Larry Changs. So see all results. Larry Chang, design research, Microsoft. Larry Chang, research scientist. No, I want none of those things. I want Larry Chang like people. Larry Chang, research scientist. Larry Chang, design. Larry Chang, Volition Capital. There we go. So what's he doing on LinkedIn? What's happening? What's going on here? Activity? Experience activity? Every company is just a company. However, rare occasions, some companies become movements. That was 9 hours ago? Show more. The company ends up standing for something much larger and more significant than itself. These companies break traditional paradigm. They can play chess when everyone else plays checkers. Okay, so he's all in about having a movement. Word. Okay. All right. We're moving from our bowels. Person no name. How long is life expectancy for someone with late stage cirrhosis? Found out someone I know has it. Feel very sad for her. Cirrhosis is brutal, and you're not likely to get a liver transplant because most cirrhosis is the result of heavy drinking. I don't know how long. I can't. Cirrhosis. People with cirrhosis in Class A have the best prognosis, life expectancy of 15 to 20 years. People with cirrhosis in Class B, who are still healthy, 6 to 10 years, but need to seek sophisticated therapy such as a liver transplant. So, yeah, 15 to 20 years, or sorry, 6 to 20 years, I should say, is the span, depending on what the result is. You will need a liver transplant. You will also have to, no drinking ever again. Do not touch alcohol. Live your life like some sort of absolute square and go from there. You need all your vaccinations. You cannot get a transplant without having all of your required vaccinations. Yeah, it's brutal, man. It's really brutal to have cirrhosis. I remember the first time I saw someone with it, really stood out in my mind. I was 5 years old. We had gone to New Jersey for my uncle's wedding. and my grandmother owned a hardware store. So we're in the hardware store. I'm like seeing the hardware store for the first time with my own eyes. I've heard about this hardware store forever. And in the aisle was a man. I could see him, you know, man-shaped. And they turned around, and I went, that man's pregnant. And my mother's like, oh, shut up. This dude turned around. He had just this big, giant, pregnant belly. From the back, he looked totally normal. His profile was just... And... my mom like hauled me out of there. She's like, don't say things like that. I'm like, wow, that dude is totally pregnant. And she's like, no, it's something called cirrhosis of the liver. And that usually comes from drinking too much. And I was like, oh, I still know what you're talking about. So she like had to explain about liver failure and like cell decomposition and blah, blah, blah that goes on with it. It's brutal. And then I learned about how brutal it is. And that my brain was like, when men look pregnant, they've got cirrhosis. Kids, we are just little assholes with no filters. But yeah, so 6 to 20 years, go get treatment. That's man. I feel sorry for your friend. I feel sorry for you. Yeah. Dr. Zeno says late stage, no bueno. I trust the doctor there. See, oh my God, dude with Nub was 9 minutes late. For shame. Fred Jones going lurker fishing here. Who's getting him? Who's getting him, Fred? It's not moving. Oh, here we go. Ein Hun. I had my hopes on the right. Would not. Kenneth Bean, Javi A, and G Font all got themselves. There's at least 1.5 lurkers in there. Kikadian Houston, my doggy loves her monkey butt. Can you shout out to her? Kikadian, I'm shouting out for your dog, whose name I don't know. But she loves monkey butt. Oh, hey, monkey butt. There you are. Hi. Yes. Did you go downstairs and eat your food finally? Huh? You little squishy dog? Yeah. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Get up there. Show everybody your dog. Come on. There we go. Oh, boy, huh? Yeah. Plunk. Yeah, sitting there with the side eye at all times. Confidence Homer, glad to see you'll be on Josh's show. Oh yeah, I'll be on the Gist Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. East Coast, 8 p.m. in Europe, I believe. So we're going back on the Gist for a show. It's been a while. Probably like 2 years since I was on that show, huh? We're close to it. So, yeah, we're going to do a little update with Josh and have a little chit-chat and yickety yak. We're doing a live show. It's not a recorded one this time. It's going to be live. So we've always done recorded with Josh's show in the past. So this one's going to be purely live, and both he and I will be pausing to stare at a green or red line, determining if we need to make any trades, and then looking back at everybody again. So that's going to be the show. We'll be like, question is... boopity 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 boop. Okay, what were you saying? That's the way I feel it's gonna go. Oh, Lily is the name of the dog. Lily, I see you. Hi, Lily. What a good Lily. Who's a good Lily? Who's a good Lily? 74. Trump's donation page crash after the verdict. Seems like support is alive and well for the orange turd. Is this a sign of things to come during the election? Or is his site that crappy that crashed? I'm sure there's lots of people who threw money at him because he's got a whole big giant loyal fan base. Andrew Tate says he's gonna donate $200,000, which personally I think Andrew Tate should do, and the Trump campaign should accept, so that they've got to face more charges for illegal donations from foreigners, as well as donations exceeding donation limits. By all means, Andrew Tate, donate that $200,000. And Trump campaign, please accept it. Please accept it with a big gracious heart and go, yes, we accept your $200,000, you foreign sex trafficking criminal. Thomas Dubois. 1 tablespoon of organic apple cider vinegar every morning with 16 ounces, glass of water mixed on an empty stomach helps the liver. All right. Apple cider vinegar is, it's delicious to begin with. I like adding into things. Person with no name. Yeah, she's 43. So, hopefully 20 years. Same age as me. Get healthy. Cut out the drinking. That's what you gotta do. Dave R. Next bitch will finish this. I sure hope so. Confidence and Homer. 34 felony counts. Nice. Anything else going on in the world? That's the dominant news. Chris Taylor. Hey. Chris Taylor, the winner, checking in. So you guys got to send me that address there. You can now contact me through Twitter again. So you can send me a message on Twitter, or you can send me one on Reddit. Those are the two best methods to contact me. So I will open up both. Oh, there is. It says there's a conversation on this. Is there? That. Nope. See it? Okay. Why are you not showing me saying? Oh. Okay. That will do that. So nothing there. Anything on ye old Twitter? Nothing yet. Okay. Oh, maybe there. Oh, here we go. This is from Jeff Chrisman. I'll send via Reddit. Charity prize number 13. Okay. That means Jeff Chrisman. We can open yours. What's it going to be? Oh my goodness. It's so small. It's so small and interesting. What can it be? Oh my goodness. It's plastic. It is. Holy smokes. Do you have any need for SD cards? Because holy smokes. Okay, Jeff Chrisman. We have looks like 3 USB. These must be USB adapters, and then 4 micro SD cards, 512 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes with regular SD adapter cards as well. So you have yourself 2 terabytes of SD cards. Not too shabby. All right, Jeff Chrisman. That's a pretty cool one. That's so small. It jiggled. I thought it was going to be like drill bits or something. But Jeff Chrisman can now have the most memory on a cell phone of all time, and convert whatever he wants with his little USB converters and the full-size SD cards. Well, that's a pretty cool one. All right. You got yourself 2 terabytes of cards, my man. Nice. I sure can find a use for them. Good job. Now, this pen-like thing that Chris Taylor gets. Chris, send me that message so we know. All right. Okay. All right. So I'll look on the Reddit. I will look on the... oh, maybe it's in here. Sometimes I forget people send me stuff via mod mail. And... oh, there we go. And I'll just put a sweet in there, replying to Mr. Chrisman. And shabam. So, Chris Taylor, ball's in your court. Let's find out what your little stick thing is. What is your stick thing? Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, all right. Boom. Oh, crap. I think I just put your address on there. God damn it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jeff. Just flash your address to everybody. Everyone, send Jeff love and letters. Okay. Where am I? I already found my spot. That was great. Chris Taylor jumping in. Confidence of Homer. I don't know which is my favorite number, 2 billion or 34. Honey Horse, they will just get more money for the SEC, retail, and everyone else gets screwed. Yeah. Oops, no worries. Sorry. Yeah. Everyone else gets screwed. Very possible. The SEC needs to be brutal. They need to be absolutely brutal. They need to start punishing these people with more fines than the money they made off of their crimes. It just can't be these slaps on the wrist anymore. No one's standing for it, right? The public sees it and they just go, this is stupid. If you make $1 billion in fraud, you should get charged $1.5 billion. And that should be standard. Like, whatever it is, the money you made plus 50% for damages. That should be the minimum you get. And if it's like gross, absolutely just putrid crime, and you are committing just ample fraud doing it, take away the broker license. Watch a bank that's too big to fail no longer be allowed to trade on the markets because they did some giant violation of, spoofing, cornering a market to cause things like silver to be manipulated. Just yoink, take their license and let that serve as a lesson to everyone else that, hey, we mean business. Quit criming. Just imagine what global markets would be like if they actually punished crimes. It would be tight like a tiger. That's where it would be. So, yeah. SP Narwhal, hey Houston, what's the theory on Teddy? I hear mixed things about it being brick and mortar versus e-commerce, focus on babies and kids specifically, or would it be an umbrella for multiple companies? We won't know until we see it. I don't know if it's going to be the umbrella or a member of the umbrella. Some folks think it's going to be the ultimate holding company that's going to hold all the other things under it: GME, Bed Bath, Babies R Us, whatever, Lego, Taylor Swift. I don't know. And others think it's going to be a part of something, and G-Merica will be the umbrella. But I think G-Merica gave up their trademark or something, didn't they? I don't know. So it's going to be one or the other. It might be a store of its own. If it's taking over Bye Bye Baby and those stores all become Teddy or something, then we'll have our answer. But we really, 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 really need an answer. Come on. Just pull Bed Bath out of bankruptcy. Let's get this show on the road, man. Just Mammy, Tyson Paul fight postponed. Is it because of Tyson's ulcer? I mean, they had an in-flight emergency because of his ulcer the other day, right? So, you need to go take care of that evil bacteria that's working a hole through your gut. But didn't Mike Tyson say, ulcer or no ulcer, I'll still kill him? Yeah. Chris Taylor, I hear there's another solar storm this weekend. Really? Okay. Let's see here. Is it what size? June 11th. Okay, no, that's G2. G2 is okay. I probably won't be able to see it from where I am. Let's see what the forecast looks like. Load, 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 load. What we got? Looks like, getting a little big. Maybe it'll just touch Minnesota. So, looks like I'm SOL. But that's okay. Get some Siberia in there. That's just for today. We don't have for tomorrow. Okay. So maybe, how do I get rid of you? Did I sit back? Does that do it? Nope. Come on. Moderate storm possible. 31st, June 1st. Likely enhancer magnetic field late. Okay, so looks like it might be able to touch down as far south as Minnesota there. That's about it. So nothing exciting here for La Seattle. Not like a couple weeks ago. And then I'll go fucking fight the camp host down at Faye Bainbridge again. Triple intro. Daniel Petrie, Rentec bought the only respectable fund. Rough days with this intros. It's been rough days with intros all week. I've just been, man. Shane's second intro call still printing. Music finds psychedelic porn crumpets. They do great videos. Psychedelic porn crumpets. Where's my... What do I do with my pen? I'm always losing my pen. There's only like... Oh, there you are. Psychedelic. Psychedelic. Porn crumpets. Noted. Pen. In the pen thing. Hopeful Pomelo 4488. Will FTD settlement be the only way to get some change? If they actually settle. But then they dump most of the stuff into swaps. So they don't do settling. They're like, oh yeah, well, we took care of the FTDs. No, you didn't. You just put them into these, like, debt swaps, and you fired them away to somebody else. You just made somebody else's liability, then you pay some interest rates on it. That's it. Jape, what calls are the best deal right now? I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. Looking for lotto tickets? Implied volatility is down, so a lot of lotto ticket ones have gotten a lot cheaper. If we look... if you're playing weeklies, you're playing monthlies. Looks like most people are dumping into the monthlies. So, if you're looking for lotto tickets, you can drop $40 on something at $125 and cross your fingers and hope that it hits that at some point. But it's always safer to play closer to the money or be in the money entirely. The prices, the premiums are much higher. These $22 ones, though, look at this. $22, $4.50. You want to go 50 cents higher, you can pay more? That doesn't make any sense. When those things happen, it makes no sense whatsoever. So you're paying $460 for this call option. I've been putting a lot into things around like $30 because when we pop to like $26, those $30 ones, they go up in value about 100-200%, and it makes them easy for me to flip when I'm day trading. And then I've got a few lotto tickets at like 40, 45, 50, and I think some at 80. I got like 6 of them at 80. And then those, because if it happens to be one of those days where the volatility goes screaming, those things become worth thousands upon thousands. And if we shoot past $80 for some reason, then good to go on those. Got them for cheap, made a lot of money off of them, and we're nice. But my goal is I want to have around 100 at some point before June 21st. I want to have around 100 call options at 30 or below, if I can, depending on where the price is. If the price is where it is now, I want to have about 100 options at that. And I'm trying to get there. I'm at 16, but if the price goes up a little bit, I may have to go, try to get my 100 options somewhere at 35 or something. But that's the goal. 100 options. I think I can become a millionaire with the right volatility. And then I don't have to worry about my shares. My shares can just sit there and wait for even crazier stuff to happen. So that's what I'm trying to do anyway. We'll see if we get there. Michael Harrow, Houston. The dumbest financial advice I've seen came from Ham the Short Killer, who openly telling people to buy Donald J. Trump, saying Trump is going to help kill the shorts. Trump isn't going to do shit. Ken Griffin basically said, hey, you pick your running mate, I will donate to your campaign. I will fund your campaign. That puts those two losers in bed with each other. No. he's not going to do anything about it. He didn't do anything about it the first time around. He stripped the SEC of just people in general and made them absolutely useless. And we still have a hard time filling out open positions at the SEC because of how much he stripped the regulator. Yeah, Donald likes financial fraud. It's how he made all of his money. So he's not gonna. He'll gripe and moan about DJT being sold short, but it's a company that lost $300 million in Q1 while making $700,000 in revenue. They're not being sold short on a whim. They're being sold short because they don't have a product and they will only lose money. So what are you going to do about that? Granted, they shouldn't be naked shorted. No one should be allowed naked shorted. But legitimate shorts, yeah, legitimate shorts are going to win on that one because the company just won't exist, and especially after November, it's just it won't exist. And I do wonder if Donald is smart enough to funnel all of that RNC money into True Social for advertising, and then announce a gigantic, huge Q3 or something. And that'll be about the time he'd be allowed to sell all of his shares for billions of dollars and rug pull everyone. Because he will. That's what he does. Honey Horse, how damaging would a 5-cent dividend be for GME and short sellers? Well, if that 87 billion is to be believed, oh crap, I forgot to actually load the calculator. There we go. Turn that off. No more intros today. Okay, scene. So, you're wrong scene. And not you. You, yay! Okay, so $87 billion. That was $87 billion when the stock price was like $21. So 87 billion. Billion. Divide that by $21. And that is 4.12 billion shares right there. Okay. So at 4.12 billion shares, we'll just round that number off there. Okay, so we got 4.12 billion shares contained inside of that swap. A 5-cent dividend per quarter. Multiply sucker by 0.05 means they're going to be spending $207 million a quarter, or $828 million a year just on payments in lieu for that bag. I'm not sure how the payments in lieu work. Like if you are the one taking on the bag, the equity swap, and you're getting paid interest rates on it, I think that makes you responsible for the payment in lieu until the bag gets returned to the other party. So you might be making right now $1 billion a year on interest for that equity swap or debt swap, whatever it is, one of those swaps. So there's a chance you could lose money on something like that or get close to it at 5 cents a share. Or you charge the shorts the interest plus the payment in lieu to cover it. I'm just curious. It's very curious. And that only counts what's inside of that swap, not any other bags that market makers or others have. So who knows how many billions of shares are owed on GameStop at this point. But there's at least $4 billion in that $87 billion swap that they have. It's expiring on Monday. So that's, 12 times the total shares issued, or 11.5 times the total shares issued. Anything that can drain them of cash, I'm in favor of. Trish Taylor, I don't think we want you to help him with intros. All right. Still waiting on Chris Taylor's message. Okay. Let me go to that. And Shane E, just that Donald Trump has had its valuation with no income, lots of debt, criminal C-suite, somehow Jimmy and Arsenal Football Club have far more profits and prospects is proof of fuckery on its own. I mean, it's cult of personality. That was what a lot of the squeeze on Tesla was a cult of personality. People buying in because of who was in charge, and so the price went nuts. Completely separate from the actual revenues and value of the company. Now, DJT, the price it is might be in like world record territory for continued valuation for a company that makes no money and has no revenue. I mean, your local McDonald's franchise has probably twice the revenue of True Social. That's nuts. Like, they're doing maybe $2.4 million a year in revenue. 2.4 million, monkey. That's nuts. I mean, that's like, yeah, it's like a McDonald's franchise in a terrible location will do 2.4 million in revenue. So, this is your best shirt. You like this shirt? This shirt is, I've had this shirt for 30 years. I wore this shirt to my 8th grade banquet. Got a crazy tie. I think I had sprayed my hair orange. I had suspenders and plaid pants. I went all out, man. Yeah. Wu-Tang Divvy? Very possible. Dylan Tubert, Max Payne was 21. Okay, so 21. So we were $2 above Max Payne. Nice. That puts, what was that? So we're 21. That puts, that's another 550,000 shares. So, 900,000 shares, 950,000 shares or so. We're in the money. That's good. That works. Heinhun. Hype rally next week. FOMOers into the following earnings. And 21st of the week. I'm hoping some FOMO. That'd be nice. Just thought. Shane E, think whoever made 620 whale calls has a good idea of the something and its timing? Probably. Probably. Or perhaps the 517 calls at $12 was a test of their theory. Right? To like, okay, if I put these $12 517 calls in there, the 20,000 of them or something that they had, let's see what happens to the price action. The price action went nucking futs. So now they're in there almost 10 times as much so far. And what's going to happen then? I think craziness, man. I think craziness. For Z9, do you think the monthly volatility switching to positive this week will give us anything from next week? I mean, we can always hope, right, monkey? Right? Oh, you just want to stare at me? Is that what you want to do? What's going on? I think everything should be positive. I think those swaps should make things go bonkers, and we should be in the news, and we should have FOMO lining up out the door and down the street is what I think should happen. Whether it will or not, I don't know. Ken Smith, hi, Brother Houston. Another batch of IP calls for the 14th. Maybe expire too early. Enjoy your weekend. What is IP at? IP is at, what, 17? 1650. It's pretty low. To go back to the calculator. Okay, 1650. And you are okay, we'll do it the other way around. Getting $1 quarter for your 1650 investment. Okay. So you are at, is that 6%? 6% or so. All right. And so you do, oops, clear, 16.5. Ah, dang it, 16.5 times 1.0606. So you get, God damn it. This is my put 16.5. There we go. Times 1.0606. Okay, so you're gonna make almost $1, or $1 per quarter, and so if you put $16.50 in it now, a year from now, you will have $20.87. So you're gonna be up $4 and change in that time. So 487, 4.87 divided by 16.5 means you're gonna have a 29% return right now with the current price. That's a real screaming deal. If you just want to set it and forget it, and then you can just borrow against your wealth. So, man. And then came out today an article about ICANN taking a huge position, a possible, rumored to have a huge position in Caesars casinos and hotels. So he looks like he's getting into money printing as well on that one. Monkey. Oh crap, I'm gonna reset the chat again. Okay. Frozen Productions, someone in X said Cat goes live after market close. Is that why nothing changed? I searched for it last night and I couldn't find if it was one way or the other. So if it's after market close, okay. I would assume they would want to do it before the market started today in case there was issues they had to work out over the weekend. But yeah. Kyle Weber Houston skipped over my comment after the cirrhosis monologue. I did? That's for GME. I saw that. It didn't make any sense to me, so that's why I skipped that one. Didn't make any sense. That's for GME. All right. Scott Chocolate, what are your thoughts on the 144,000 call options for GME on June 21st? Rockets. Rockets, baby. Chris Taylor, what? Yes, you're a winner. Hit you on Reddit. Okay, I'm looking. I'm going to try not to dox you if I can. Oh, there we go. Okay, gotcha. All right. Chris Taylor. It's a tube. It's a little tube. It's kind of flat on both ends. What is it? It's a little smaller than a pen. Is it as good as 2 terabytes of flash drives? It is. Oh, it's a laser pointer. Ooh. It's a fancy laser pointer. That's what you got. Do you have any AA batteries? See if this thing works. Oh, I will give you batteries if I have some. Well, I do. All right. Is it AA or AAA? Looks like it might be AAA. No, is that AA? Got some Rayovacs here for you. Nope, it's going to be AAA. Okay. AAA. AC Delcos for AAA. Here we go. Just 2 of them? Looks like it's going to go that way. Is that negative? That looks like maybe positive is that direction. See if that is the way it's supposed to be. Or if I have it backwards. That might be backwards. Okay. Let's flip you around. Let's go that direction. What the? Okay. You may have a laser pointer that doesn't work at all. All right. So that is obviously, looks like it will go on the negative. And it looks like totally for a positive down there. Okay. The laser pointer that, oh, it is working. Oh, okay. There it is. All right. I don't want to point at the camera, but it is working on my hand right now. There it is. Woo! All right. I just need smoke to point this thing out. But there you go. A working green laser pointer. Was it 0.5 watt? Class B laser. Does not say what the wattage is at all. Oh, no, that's nanometer, the wavelength. Class 3 laser. All right. Boom. There you go. You, sir, are the proud owner of a green laser pointer, and you can go out and do star shows in your backyard and be a menace to society. Those are two great things today. Laser pointer, free batteries, and 2 terabytes of memory cards. Not so bad for 50-cent Wish. Excellent. All right. Like a bit? Was that cool? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Okay. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Taylor. Lone Wolf, Houston, do you think Trump will do any jail time? How would that work with his Secret Service detail? There's been a few articles about how it would work, and because the Constitution isn't very clear says nothing about losing Secret Service detail if you are convicted, means Secret Service would probably have to be in prison with him, like changing out shifts, making sure he doesn't get shivved by other inmates and whatnot. Will he serve jail time? I think there's a chance he does serve contempt, at least in the New York case, simply because he's been told not to mention any witnesses. He's been told not to talk about any members of the court, and he has been doing that. I mean, he got convicted. And he's like, this judge is a sham and rigged, and he's corrupt, and blah blah blah. He's specifically barred from saying stuff like that from this court. So they've already fined him well over $10,000 in contempt charges. And basically the judge's like, if you do this again, I'm throwing your ass in jail. So he could see a day, a month, something like that for contempt charges. Now the legal experts are like, well, he's not going to serve any time. He might get some house arrest or probation. But Cohen went to prison for this, and he pled guilty and cooperated. So if you're going to go to prison for like a year or two and you pled guilty and cooperated, logically speaking, if you fought the charges, right, you're going to get more punishment than if you're like, yeah, I did that, I'm sorry, and didn't cooperate at all. So I'm guessing he will get some sort of jail term. I don't think it will be the full 4 years per charge, but I think he'll get something. Even if it's 1 day, he still has to, like, you know, get an orange jumpsuit on, go sit in a jail cell. I don't think it does anyone any good to not give him the punishment somebody else in those circumstances would get, just because he happened to be the former president. I think if anything, you want to show that the law means business and that you aren't above the law. So, and this is the weakest case of all of the four. The other three, the two federal cases and the one in Georgia, are even more of a slam dunk than this one was, and will come with much heavier penalties. The Georgia case alone, I mean, you've got 30 co-conspirators in a RICO case, all willing to testify against you. That means you're done. RICO is racketeering, man. That is a criminal conspiracy case. That means the government and the law considers everyone involved as all part of the crime. So if one person does a crime, everyone in that group is guilty of that crime. And you have people who've been charged, pled guilty, and are agreeing to testify against him. And that's what you don't want in a RICO case. That's how you take down mobsters, is that one of the people involved in that mob scheme has taken a plea and is testifying against you. And if you're a mobster, you're done. You're going to prison. You're not getting out of that RICO case. So, and the Georgia one's going to be brutal. The Florida top secret documents case, that one, Eileen Cannon, who's the judge there, she was appointed by Trump, highly unqualified to be a judge. But she is definitely like dragging her feet purposefully and trying to keep that from going to trial, which I don't doubt if Jack Smith goes to whoever is the presiding judge for that court, and say, hey, can you assign somebody who actually can do a classified documents case? Because she's like, I don't know how to do this, and then postponed as a result. Well, that's not fulfilling the wheels of justice there. So it's very likely that a new judge will be assigned to that case. I don't know when that would be though. And then the DC case, which has to do with fomenting the insurrection and trying to undermine the U.S. government, that one I think is going to be gnarly because it's going to show, the people who were arrested and convicted all saying, well, yeah, I got my orders from Donald Trump. He's the one who wanted us to go in there and kill Mike Pence, right? And if that one is on the same RICO level as Georgia, he's screwed in DC as well. So it just all depends on when those things come about. So 54, Larry Chang on X, 2 things to take at bats in during your schooling years and early career: public speaking and leadership. Both take practice to gain comfort and competence with. When asked, just say yes and get the reps in. It will pay dividends later. Chris Taylor, virus included. Michael Harrow, Crispin can put his porn collection on those cards. Hide them wherever he wants. Honey Horse, Andrew Tate was never convicted of any crime. It's all just media garbage speculation, like how they lie about stocks. They do the same against people. Media is nonsense. I mean, he's been charged and he's going to trial in it. And his own website described how he would traffic women into the sex industry. He would find a woman on a dating site, go on a date with her, and then basically force her to do porn until she became his slave. That was kind of what he had on his website. Also, there's text messages between he and his brother about having sex with underage girls, about raping women. There's a lot of stuff, there's evidence in court to all those things. So, yeah, he's going to get convicted in Romania and then extradited to the UK for rape charges. There's one or more women who have charged him with rape. So, he's Andrew Tate's scum. He's going away. Eventually, he'll be removed from the internet, and you won't see him anymore. And he'll be probably in a Romanian prison having the worst time of his life. Donzie Shadem, if you were to stand in one spot for 1,000,000 years pointing a laser pointer at the sky, and one day you moved your laser pointer from one horizon to the other, does the laser tip go faster than light? That's always a fun thing. I thought about it as like, you have a really long rod, and you like swing that rod, the end of that rod's going to go faster than light. Because laser pointers are emitting, right, at all times, they're emitting at all times, they will, it's how do I put this? It's not the same light. It's not like a big solid rod. One piece of matter that you're moving that matter at 1,000,000 miles an hour if you had a really long rod. Because photons are constantly being emitted, right? The effect will be, oh, I see that green move at a crazy speed, but it won't be the same material. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to put that word to it. Like, yes, the end of that laser pointer looks like it's moving at more than the speed of light, but because it's light already, and that light itself isn't what's moving at the speed of light, it just happens to be the photons that are reaching that point appear like they are. You won't see any weird effects of relativity on that. So, but yeah, laser pointer. Was that You did that laser pointer question and then opened a laser pointer. That's pretty cool. So you can now do that. Chris, you can stand out there and do Don Shadham's experiment. Just stand there for 1,000,000 years. Shane E, more like Andrew Tate gropies without consent. Am I right? Help Deskian. Help Deskian. Don't forget they can write off fines on their taxes, so it's essentially a deduction. That's also true. Don't let them do that. Don't let them write off their fines as a deduction. That should be. We should add that to the. Where I go here. Need to open up the docs. There we go. Okay. Oops. Chrome. Come on. No writing off fines as a tax deduction. Boom. There's another one we can add to the list. I like it. Just going to shoot so many Christmas cards this year. Oh my God, I can't believe I doxed Jeff from the video. Sorry, Jeff. Michael O'Hara, Larry Chang's tweets are like fortune cookies with long fortunes. Mr. JJ, when did you last smoke weed? I have no excuse. I've never smoked weed in my entire life. I'm a square. Excited Box. Do you not use OBS? You have a list of intros. When you click one, it plays exactly once in the main window and then switches back to the stream, or get a stream deck. I have got both the stream deck and OBS, and I don't know how to do that. Yeah. Wait. Restart source when... Alright, restart playback when source becomes active. So if I unclick that, let's do an experiment here. Okay. So I'm going to turn intro on. Wait, first I'm going to hit that. I'm going to click the restart source. Okay. Close. And we're doing intro. Right? And I click scene, and then I go back. That's how you do it. Oh my God. That's all I have to do? Did I click this restart source? Oh my gosh, I did not know. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to turn that one on. I just click restart source. Oh my God, this is over 3 years into this thing. And I'm now learning that I can just click this thing and it doesn't restart. Oh my God. What in the world? Why would you leave that clicked? That makes no sense. What? I may never have a double intro again. You guys are screwed. Double intros are a thing of the past. Because I just clicked this little doohickey and close that one. Okay, which ones have I done? I did that one. Oh, that one is off. Okay. Toys for Tots. That one's done. Okay, butterfly intro. Click that. Calculator intro. Oh my goodness. Click that. Batman intro. We'll click that one too. Nuggy Stare intro. Boom. I think I will never have a Tuesday intro. Double intro again. I may have solved this. Okay, I think that's all of them. So I can click on any intro I want. Click on the intro. Wait, it's not starting. It doesn't work. So if I click on you, I go back to you, and I click, I click my intro. It doesn't start anymore. So, okay, I just ruined all my intros and now none of them will work by changing that restart thing. Okay. My solving is to make all of my intros inert, apparently. So if I click on, let's say, Toys for Tots. Yep, it's broken. All right, I broke everything. So that means I can go back through all of these and click restart when playback becomes active, because if I don't, it doesn't start anymore. So if I do that and I click intro, yeah, now it works again. Okay, so that's what I have to do. I have to break everything. I can only do double intros because my life apparently depends upon this, and if I don't have double intro ability, then nothing will ever work again. So I had a hope, and then I got slapped down as though I am some fool, and I accept my fate as the fool. I'm the clown. I'm going to be stuck as a clown forever, and I have to accept my role as that. Okay, so that was butterfly intro. So calculator. Go restart the playback again. Click that one, Batman intro. Nuggy stare. So I could use it once and then never again. So if I wanted to use it at the end of the show, could do that. All right, so I'm doomed, monkey. Absolutely 100% doomed. Doomed, I tell you. Okay. Fair turn to see UBS officially finalize absorbing Credit Suisse, and now they're holding those bags, aren't they? 270 million shares, apparently, is what their bags are, of just GME. Fair turn, Houston. Which company do you think is best positioned to be acquired by GameStop to bring revenue and expansion? I mean, Larry Chang is like, I love small cap stocks. What small cap stocks would you love to see it be acquired? And people named off a whole bunch of small cap stocks. What are you looking at? Why are you so fervent on staring at me? So I guess they go for something small cap and acquire them, add it to the pool, kind of Newell brand style. I don't think it would hurt them to purchase a big blue chip that pays dividends and get a big chunk of those, because then you'd be able to hurt the company. You got to short some giant blue chip at the same time, which you're not going to be able to short Apple or Amazon significantly in any way. But, you know, I like that rumor of Lego, that they bought $900 million of Lego. That one works for me. Yeah, does it work for you, monkey? Does it work for you? Yeah, buying Lego? She's just getting her ear hole scratched. It's just too good. It's the best feeling in the entire world. But yeah, I don't know which one would be best positioned. Because at $2 billion, you know, I wouldn't have to take $1 billion and put into treasuries and just make their 5% a year off of that. So get 50 million bucks, whatever. And then taking the other $1 billion and change and buying something else with it. Now, if you're going to buy an entire company, you're getting part of a company probably at $1 billion, or you're getting some really small cap company for that. I just don't know. But remember, Ryan Cohen said he's going to put his own money into whatever GameStop buys. So if GameStop puts $1 billion in, I bet Ryan Cohen puts $1 billion in or something, and that can be used as well. But man, yeah. Don't you shoot him hit like, do it with your elbow. Bertrand was thinking Atari or Turtle Beach. Maybe a startup of some kind. I mean, GameStop doing venture capital would be pretty funny. Yes. Is it a personal massager? Turn, never give Houston address, you'll be doxxed. Okay. Paraturn, how do you think the options push is going to actually have an impact? Well, for one, it puts those current $20 options right now puts over 14 million shares in the money. Now, if the options writers are hedging properly, they've already bought 85% of those shares since it's in the money. And that means if they're counting on it being exercised or not. So there's a lot of buy pressure already happening. A lot of that buy pressure must be going through the dark pools. It's what matters is how many shares go in the money and how much they need to buy. And if the price gets pushed higher and higher, like they may not have purchased those shares yet until the week of those call options going in the money, being like, okay, we're not going to go out and buy 14 million shares and spend, $300 million on them. What we'll do is we'll wait until the week of June 21st, and then we'll go out and buy some shares to hedge that bet. So because they're worried about shares going in the money this week, shares going in the money next week, shares going in the money the week after that. So they may not have purchased any of those shares yet for that. They may have to purchase that stuff the week of, which could cause delta hedging and a gamma ramp to happen the week of the 21st, which is what we saw with those $12 calls the week of the 17th, most likely. So, yeah. Michael Tucker, can you explain the significance of the battle for the $80 price threshold for GME? Well, $80 represents $340. Yeah, $340 pre-split. Now, the ceiling we saw was about $350 during the volatility after the sneeze. Anytime we got close to 350, it would magically get hammered down. Like we hit like 349 would have been the end of March 2021, and then it dropped to like 120 in about 5 minutes. Just went boom, bam, and then shot back up to 250. And so anytime it got close to that ceiling of 350, the powers that be came out and were like, no. So my guess is now, if you get it to $82, $83 and you push past what would have been 350 in the previous incarnation of GameStop's high price region, that's when Robinhood and others start facing liquidation or margin calls, and so they have to keep it below that. And if there's no power for them to do that and they lose that $80 ceiling and it goes past it, I think that's when margin calls go out and everyone gets vaporized, personally. What do you think, little ear scratch dog? You just getting your ear scratched? Is that all you can think about? Just a little ear just scratching away. Just sitting there, staring at me getting scratched. Go get him, monkey. Go get him. All right. Ralph Fan, finger may squeeze before GME. Finger hasn't done spit since last summer. FNGR. Yeah, hasn't done shit. Where are we at? 1 year. We had a whole bunch of volatility last summer. Not doing anything right now. I don't think... Finger may squeeze, but at the moment, not much going on. Honey Horse. I think the $87 billion was the whole basket, so I would speculate maybe they would pay roughly $500 million extra a year. That might be enough to push them over the edge. 10 cents for sure would. I lost the Honey Horse chat. Oh, 10 cents for sure would. That's the end of the sentence. Okay. Ryan Head. Hope this show is better than yesterday. I have faith in you, Houston. No Trump talk, thank you. Well, I mean, it's in the news, and it's a big deal. So we're going to address it when it comes up. That's just how it works, man. Mr. JJ, that's a lot of mayo, but he can pull it out of thin air. Maybe. Ralph Fan finger generated $38 million per last quarter. So, finger earnings. So the income was up 22%. Revenue was down 46%. Profit margin down 43%. Operating income down 5%. I don't see 38 million anywhere. They see they did 6 million revenue. That's November 2023. Where is? I don't see anything for quarter 4. Where's quarter 4? Of course, NASDAQ says data currently unavailable. But they're doing an earnings announcement on July 11th for, my guess is Q1. I don't see where Q4 is. I've not seen, where are their Q4 earnings? Earnings dates, finger motion, stock earnings dates, reports. They haven't done a Q1. They've done a Q4. They've done a Q3 and no Q4 yet, as far as I can tell. Yeah, they have no Q4. That's weird. Maybe they're at 38 million, but I can't find anything that says what their earnings are at the moment. They've got Q1, Q2, Q3, no Q4 yet. So, I don't know. Aaron's Hunting, that one PKDs in the middle of nowhere, North Dakota, a little better than true social income is the joke. Yeah. Chris Taylor, the more you drink coffee, the more your chances of liver disease go down. Researchers found that putting away 2 cups a day cut the odds of cirrhosis by 44%, and 4 cups a day lowered by 65%. That's a lot of coffee. I don't really like the taste of coffee, though. Yeah. I'm a weird square. Anywhere's hell yeah, imagine America with a president with a felony charge. That's where the Banana Republic stuff comes in. Okay, that's a big reset. Where are we going? It's 4 o'clock. I'm gonna have to cut this short at about 4:15 because I have to stand in line at the post office and mail all this stuff. So I'll be doing that before I head off to work. So we got like 13 minutes or so. Okay, that's that one. Okay. Tanya Holcomb, quad witching. That's June date. It is the June date. That's the leaps, the June leaps. So yeah. Michael O'Hara, those northern lights are going to form into a Wu-Tang logo. That'd be great. Let's make Batman go nuts. I wonder if I can. I wonder if they'll see a green laser. Mark Maddox just tuned in at the beginning. Only strange thing I saw today was endless streaming of single-digit orders, moving some of my stocks down. Wonder if that's a sneaky way to work around the CAT system algos. Can you autograph it, please? I mean, I can try, but it's black. So, black pen on black pen. Let's see if we can. There we go. Autographed. Black on black. Let that dry. All right. Slide that sucker in there. I think I'm one of those people where my signature is different every time I do it. Test the laser on Chalupa. Where's Chalupa? Where's that cat? Meow. Where's the cat? Let's go get that fatso. There you are. You're being moved. You're in a comfortable spot, and I just moved you from a comfortable spot. Here, I'm gonna put you right here. Boom. And now we're gonna take Chris's new laser pointer, and we're gonna go like this. See it? You see it? It's over here. It's over here. Come on. Come on. You do not care. You do not care at all. You see it. You're looking at it. Come on, cat. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. He doesn't care at all. He's like, there it is. We tried. He did not care. Monkey Butt, you cared though. I saw it in your eyes. Okay. Dan, what is the CAT system that went live today supposed to do? Well, the CAT system is the Consolidated Audit Trail. Basically, it allows the SEC to see where every trade originated and where it went to. So if you bought a stock, right, it would show who sold it to you and it going to your account. And then later, if you sold that stock, they could see it leaving your account and going to another one over there. So it should allow to see the origination of every single solitary stock transaction in existence. And theoretically should allow the SEC to see when market makers make up shit and sell stocks that don't exist and just appear out of thin air and go somewhere. It's sort of like the ledger you get for like a cryptocurrency. Not quite, but that's kind of what they're going for with, without having individual tags for each stock like there is for crypto. You can just kind of see what account stuff has gone from and where it will go to. Chris Taylor, thank you so much. You made my weekend. Thank you for donating to Charity Tuesday for Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's fantastic. Executive Order 13974, amending Executive Order 13959. Generation X, AMC, GameStop. I don't know what that means. Executive Order 13974. Executive Order 13974. I have to put the numbers right. 974. 13974. Waiting for it to download. Okay, executive order. So, administration of Donald J. Trump 2021. This is January 13th. This is 7 days before transition of power. Executive Order 13974, amending Executive Order 13959, addressing the threat from securities investments that finance communist Chinese military companies. So, authority vested in the President by the Constitution of the United States, President Donald Trump, or take additional steps to respect national emergency, declared Executive Order 13959, November 12, 2020. Notwithstanding subsection, section, notwithstanding, okay. Any person that the Secretary of Defense, in consultation with the Secretary of Treasury, publicly lists as a communist Chinese military company, meeting the criteria in section 1237. Public law is amended by section 1233 of public law, blah, 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 operates directly, indirectly, in the United States or in its possessions until such time the Secretary of Defense removes such person from such list. This definition shall apply regardless of whether, okay. So, this is just the one that just banned people from using companies that are owned by the Chinese military, right? What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. Honey Horse, Trey Spider, looks like he is going to be the next president. He is crushing in the polls. Looks inevitable. Look at the bright side. Gas will be cheaper. I mean, the last time gas was cheaper was because there was a giant global pandemic killing millions of people, and people couldn't go anywhere, so gas prices dropped. So, I mean, he's leading in polls unless you count likely voters, and he's getting crushed in polls and likely voters. Republicans at the moment are losing almost every special election by a lot, even in heavily red districts, mainly based upon the mobilization of women due to the Dobbs decision. Women, regardless of political stripes, think abortion should be legal. And women are half the voting public. So if you can't win them over because they're going to want to make get legal access, federally protected legal access to abortion across the entire country, then you're going to be screwed. You're not going to win against that. Especially since a majority of men think abortion should be legal. So not only a majority of women and a majority of men, but a majority of Republicans think abortion should be legal. Republicans campaigned for a long time on, we're going to get rid of this, we're going to get rid of abortion, which served them well in respects in ultra-conservative areas. But their biggest mistake was to actually follow through, because then they couldn't campaign on it anymore. And now that they pissed off 77% of the country, who want access to abortion, I don't think they stand a chance in the end. Donald Trump he lost the popular vote 2 times in a row. This court case that he lost basically proved that had that information come out before the election, he probably would have lost the electoral vote as well, because the number of voters who were likely to vote for him would have shrunk, knowing that he was paying off a porn star that he had an affair with. So no, I just don't see it happening, especially since RFK Jr. takes from libertarian voters who would vote for Donald Trump. Otherwise, I think he splits the vote more than anyone realizes on the Trump side. Mr. JJ, I hate red lasers. Yeah. Michael Arrow, if Trump drops the soap in the shower, will the Secret Service step in and take it up the route for Trump? And there's Julio was DeSantis 2024 again. Oh my goodness. Can you take a wig into prison? Well, what's his butt? The former governor of Illinois who got busted trying to do graft for the Senate seat for Obama. What was that dude's name? The helmet head. Everyone always talked about how he dyed his hair, and he went to prison. His hair just turned gray because he couldn't dye it anymore. What was that dude's name? Blagojevich? Rod Blagojevich? Is that was his name? That was who it was? Yeah. So, you don't have access to your hair dye. You don't have access to your bronzer. Things are going to look real different. Sidebox, DJT losing $300 million a quarter can only be through crime. Their user base is so small, I could host them for $10,000 a month. Even 1,000 engineers would only cost about $10 million a month. Yeah, what the hell are they spending $300 million on? My guess is legal expenses. And who is lending them that $10 million? How on earth did they have a line of credit for $10 million at that point? Or for $300 million? It's nuts. Ziggy says GME gets serious FOMO next week. Pre-earnings run up. Price fills gap, and we fall into a higher range. Options Gamma cat system is just like a cat, and we go to the moon. I hope you're right, man. Uh, 4:13. A couple minutes left, and I got to run away. Jay Geyser, one of the worst days or intros, and I knew to ask before double introduction happened. Congrats. Nope. The show will be the same, because, yeah. All right. People saying double intros died, and they're like, woohoo, double intros forever. Might be stuck as a clown, but you're our clown. I'm okay with that. Double intros back on the menu. Honey Horse, you know how I know GME is bigger than anyone can imagine. It's the only thing I've seen where Democrats, Republicans are unified and fighting side by side. That's a beautiful thing. Sadbox, it's almost like Houston bought all those things for himself, is now giving them away. Well, I mean, it's all 50-cent wish items, man. 50 cents. It didn't cost me a thing. People donate a whole bunch of money to charity. That works for me. Now I get to write off 75 cents for each one of those things on my taxes. Oh yeah, I donated it. That's 75 cents that I gave out. 50 cents for the package, 25 cents for the shipping. All right. Michael Tucker, Figure released earnings 2 days ago, 38 million in revenue is correct. Well, why the heck is anyone listing their earnings? I'll find it. And Ralph Fan, rumor is that Finger has a $100 million deal with JP Morgan. That'd be nice. JCM's only here for the double intros, you bastards. Well, Won't be changing anytime soon. Okay, I've got to go stand in line at the post office and actually make good on sending things out. So I got to leave. I'll see you guys Monday on The Gist at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Atlantic. And then I'll do another show after that at some point. So see you guys then. Word. Fantastic. All right. High five. Bing. And how many more intros can we throw out there? How about which one shall I do? I did that one like 5 times. Butterfly?
Houston, we have a problem.